have arrived in Seminyak at our final hotel. We are at the Ramada Encore by Wyndham. Very long name. It's not really near anything again, but we did.
It's no good.
We did know.
It's no good.
We did know that when we booked it, but it was very cheap. It was like £25 a night.
Don't come here. Don't come here. If you want safe,
yeah,
come here. If you want to enjoy Bali, like we have been, don't come here. Because you could be in England.
Yeah.
Couldn't you?
We did know that when we booked it.
Yeah, we knew that, and it was. We booked it based on how cheap it was.
Yeah, we booked it based on A, how cheap it was, and B, we thought, right, it's the end of the holiday.
We want somewhere big and easy.
Yeah, big and easy. We thought for getting to the airport and stuff like that. So that's why we booked this. But now we've been everywhere else in Bali and all our other hotels. We're like, oh, take us back to the other hotels. And
this just has no character.
Yeah. It's very, very Western, obviously because it's a Ramada, but the people here, like we just sat in the restaurant and had some lunch because our room wasn't ready. The people here are like your classic, like there's groups of older people here, and then just, you know, people that would want to be like in a safe, like chain hotel for their holiday. They know.
People want to say they've gone travelling but they didn't.
But we're doing it, we're at this hotel because we wanted to be safe. Yeah. But that's the vibe here. It's not like your cool surfers or like, it's just a different vibe to the other places we've stayed in.
But it's serving a purpose, saving us money.
Yeah. It's not like you cool young people like travelling around Bali. It's not that sort of a vibe. But it's perfectly good. No problems with it.
No problems.
It's not a negative. It's just if you're looking for something authentic or, I don't know. We haven't stayed in anywhere really authentic, but if you want somewhere that's like not Western, don't stay here. Anyway, our room's a bit weird as well because we don't have a balcony. We've got this weird like...
Basically half of them have balconies, half of them don't.
Yeah, and ours doesn't have a balcony, which is weird because it's got this massive window but no balcony.
Massive window and only a portion of it opens.
Yeah, and there's a big air conditioning unit on it. So, but we're not planning on spending loads of time in the room.
We're barely here, aren't we?
We've only got 2 nights. We've got tonight and tomorrow night, and then we go home. And tomorrow we're going to be out all day because we've booked Fins again. We were going to go to Potato Head, but we looked at the pictures online and it just doesn't look as good as Fins. And I know we haven't been, so we can't be like 100% judges on it. But Fins just looks so much nicer and just, we loved it so much. So we decided, screw it, we're just going to book it again for our last day because YOLO. Yeah, so we're going Fins again tomorrow. But now I think we're just going to go out and like go to some shops because we need to do some sort of like souvenir shopping and get some bits and bobs. So I think we're just going to get changed, freshen up, and then just go for a wander and see if we can find like the main shops in Seminyak, and then
get some food later. Yeah,
figure out dinner. I have heard about that Motel Mexicola that everyone goes to, but we didn't plan ahead, we didn't book it, and now the only bookings available are at 6:15, so we're just going to see how it pans out. But yeah, room's perfectly okay, but we're just sad to be at our last hotel.
I think that's half the problem, we know we're at the last place.
Yeah.
Like if we'd have started here, we probably wouldn't be so bothered by it not being as cool or not, do you know what I mean? It's because we've had it all and we know what to expect. And
yes. It's not very late, we're early birds, back home, 10 to 10. We've been home for probably...
Oh, that's late enough, mate. Jesus.
We've probably been home since about 9:30. So the time that some people are going out, we're arriving back. But we have absolutely pooped ourselves out. We've been...
Quite a lot of walking.
Yeah, we've done a lot of walking. Are you gonna look how much we bought?
Yeah.
We went out to the
Not
shopping.
that much, 6.8 kilometres.
That's a fair amount.
Fair amount.
6.8 kilometres. So we went to the first road that we thought, is that boiling?
Yeah.
It is boiling, isn't it? The kettle is boiling. We went to the first road that we thought was the main shopping road, Jalan Raya. I'm not sure if that's what it's called. Something like that. And there's quite a few shops on there. We had a wander down. It was very warm, so we were dipping in and out of shops for the aircon. And then Luke said that the other shop that he wanted to go to was on this other shopping street that we'd seen, so we went down there. Turns out that second one was much busier with like a mixture of restaurants and shops, whereas the first one was just little shops. So it was good to see both of them, and we saw quite a few things that I've read about, and then we were looking for where to eat. So I read about a couple of places, but and we walked past a couple that looked nice. There's one on a corner called like the Junction House or something that looked quite nice. There's one called like the Cornerstone or something. Quite a few that looked really, really nice, and there's one called La Favela that I'd heard of. That looked really cool and like in a jungle like setting thing. And I would have liked to have gone in there, but Luke wasn't up to having drinks after dinner because he's pooped. So we made for the cliche Seminyak spot, Motel Mexicola, and I was a bit unsure because when I went online earlier, the latest you could book for was like 6:15, so I thought, oh, it might be really, really busy because we haven't got a booking. But we turned up at about 6:30, and they seated us straight away and they said you can only have the table till 8:15, and we were like, well, 2 hours is fine, we're not going to be eating for longer than 2 hours. So we had that. It was sort of like little plates, really, that like you mix and match.
Yeah.
Different things.
Mexican tapas.
Yeah, like Mexican tapas type thing. We didn't have any cocktails or anything. We were just like, because we hadn't drunk anything while we'd been walking around since like, when we used to go out walking, like we maybe been walking around for like 3 hours, hadn't we? So we hadn't had anything to drink, so we just got soft drinks, and then we got about 5 dishes, I think. Yeah, so we got about 5 dishes, had that. It was just a nice cool vibe in there, but obviously we didn't stay late enough for like when I've read that people like get up on the tables and are dancing and stuff. We didn't stay that late because old Lukey G was a bit tired.
Well, we couldn't.
Yeah, we couldn't. We could have maybe waited at the bar. Hello?
Yeah, possibly actually.
We could have maybe waited at the bar, but it's fine, we didn't need to stay. And then we weren't sure about getting back, so we said, oh, we might try walking back rather than looking for like a taxi or a Bluebird or whatever. So we ended up walking back, so we are quite pooped because then we walked all the way back to the hotel. But on the way we managed to get some of the things we wanted. We tried our hand at some, Luke tried his hand at some haggling.
Yeah,
Because it's so difficult to know like what's a good price, because nothing has prices on it in the sort of like knick-knacky shops that have got like the clothes and the basket bags and the shoes and all of that. None of it's got prices on, so you just have to ask them. So I read somewhere that you should not pay more than 50% of what they say and aim for about 30%, but I don't know if that's correct. It's just something I've read somewhere. I can't remember where I read it, but I don't know if that's a good rule of thumb, but that's what we aimed for. So we've got a couple of bits, and we just need to get some postcards and a magnet now. Actually, I should probably send on to Julie a postcard. I think she wanted postcards, so we need to get some postcards. Won't be able to do it tomorrow. Have to do it the last day. But yeah, we need to get some postcards and a magnet, and then we are done. But yes, we're back in the hotel room fairly early, but we're feeling a bit, well, I'm feeling a bit tender when sunburn on my butt and on my shoulders. So it's probably good that we have a bit of a rest, because tomorrow we're going to Finn's for the day. So we need to make sure we've had plenty of rest, and we're up and at 'em bright and early for a day at Finn's. Very excited, but also sad because it's our last full day. Are you sad? Don't want to go home. And it's so far to get home. So far. But yes.
So we've just got to Finn's.
For the second time on this trip.
For the second time. VIP members. And we've now got croissants, which are hot.
Are they?
That's why I want to eat them. Because they're warm.
So you haven't had any breakfast, have we?
Right. I've had a quick cheeky cup of tea.
Breakfast isn't included in this hotel, so we got to Finn's and their breakfast menu was out, so it had croissants on it. And I was like, should we just order a croissant each? And it's warm, and you've got, I don't know if you can see that, it's got jam, butter or Nutella for it. I might cut my croissant in three and have a bit of all of them.
Yeah. Hi. So where are we now?
Having dinner at Finn's. Quesadillas to start. And then I've got a burger. And Luke's got beef rendang. So similar to last time really. This is very, very hot today.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, we're sad. So
Last full day. Last full day. Time to eat.
Show me the bag. It is 9:15 and we are home from Finn's.
Doesn't feel like we've left. Like it does. It's really weird how quickly today feels like it's gone. But it was a great day.
Yeah.
Very different. Better weather. Different vibe. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Got this little number on today. I need to slap myself in.
Same. Yes, as Luke said, very different vibe. So last time we went, it clouded over by like mid-afternoon, and that was it. There was no more sun.
Not even mid-afternoon, because it was literally
Probably
like
earlier than that.
it was the minute I decided I'm going to ask to take that sun thing down, and the minute I did that, and he kicked up a little, I have to move. Boom, cloud.
Yeah. And we did go on a Sunday last time, so it was obviously the weekend, but there was loads more like people like there, like taking Instagram pictures, and loads more people like dancing and properly like partying.
Yeah.
Whereas today it was a lot more like, the music was very different.
There were a lot of drunk people today, but they were like mellow drunk.
Last time we sort of like, we knew the music because it was sort of like remixes of songs we knew. Today it was more like sort of background music you don't really notice because you don't know the songs already. And there was some people dancing by the end, but not loads. But we made sure we made the most of our minimum spend this time, because last time we didn't spend all of it. I think we left like 300,000 last time, so like, right, we're going to use it to the maximum. So we had...
Well, we also this time found more stuff. Like we realised there was more things you could... Like we found a little bakery, we didn't notice that last time.
Yeah, so this time we had, when we got there we had breakfast, because breakfast wasn't included here, so we had croissants. We had like one round of like one croissant each, and then realised they were great because they were hot, and you got like jam and Nutella.
Small.
Yeah.
They were small.
Jam and Nutella to like dip them in, so we ordered another set of croissants.
But as we ordered it, he was like, really sorry, this is the last breakfast. Like we must have just been in
That was only like 20 to 11, it's supposed to be on till 11. Yeah, so, I don't know. But yeah, that was great. And then
I got free cup of tea. You kept saying, didn't he, do you want tea? And I was like, nah, I don't want to pay for tea, And then for some reason you were looking at what's included. And you suddenly realised in VIP you get free tea until 12. So at 20 to 12 we were like, oh, I'll have a tea please. So that was good.
And then for lunch we had pizza and chips this time. That's probably why I didn't eat as much dinner, because we had more food than last time.
Oh, I was the same, I didn't eat as much.
And then we went in the pool bar, and I got a milkshake, Luke got a little beer, and then I got a mango and passion fruit granita.
Tell them about the cheeky milkshake though.
Oh, and the milkshake is more expensive in the VIP area than it is in the regular area, which is cheeky. Then what did we do? Then we had the same sort of dinner, same price dinners really. And then
my dinner was more this time. My dinner was over 200. That's why I did it, because it was like 250. I thought I'll get something a bit more you know what I'm trying to say.
Yep. And then we had the buy one get one free happy hour cocktails. Then we got ice cream. And then I noticed there was like a little bakery section, and we checked and we still had like 200,000 left. So we got 3 cookies and this cruffin thing.
Well, no, we got 3 cookies and then we were like, can you check how much we've got left? And we still had some money, so we were like, oh, Robyn wants a cruffin.
Yeah. So we definitely made the most of our money this time. But yeah, it was great. And then we got a bluebird on the way home. We figured that we needed to like leave the complex and walk up the road a bit, and we managed to get one. So it cost us a lot less to get, probably further.
Well,
it cost us like
both journeys. It's probably to get there and back. We paid at most £7.
Well, no, in that basically on the way back to Canggu last time it cost us 200,000.
300,000.
Was it 3? No, it was 200,000.
200,000.
Okay, 300,000, and we've just paid like 50,000 for further in a bluebird.
Because
so
I remember, because we paid 350 to get from the airport to Canggu, and I remember thinking it's nowhere near as far, which actually probably was relative distance, because Denspar is not that far from Canggu. But yeah, that's why I remember it was 300, because it was, so I couldn't believe how much she was charging us.
So we did much better there. That's a lesson learned. And now
even that though, there's like we didn't struggle, but there's no signs around there that say local taxis only, and he still had to ring us and say, I can't pick you up from there. Can you meet us somewhere else? So Koa Surf Place. That's where you can meet him. You meet there.
Yes, but now we're back at the hotel. We need to
pack.
We need to
pack to the top.
we need to pack, and I need to put some after sun on and
I'll
get
only paint
ready.
on my shoulders, because that's the only bit that's peeling. The rest of me,
I'm doing my old bods.
I hate feeling like that. And I don't think anything. I might put a little bit here because this stings a tiny bit, but apart from that, nah, good cheers, bro.
Okay, so now it's time to pack and moisturise. It's our last morning. We go home today. Sad times. I think there's a car coming. But we have got up. We did most of our packing last night. We just had to pack a couple of things in this morning, like our toiletries and stuff. But when we woke up this morning, Luke went to use the shower and went to the toilet. Realised we only had like what was left on the end of the toilet roll and no replacement. And then obviously I woke up desperate for the loo, had to ring down housekeeping and wait for a toilet roll, which was not ideal first thing in the morning. That's fine. We got ready, we've showered, feel fresh. Probably won't feel so fresh in a bit once we've been out all like hot and sticky, but oh well. We're just walking down, hopefully to get some breakfast somewhere. It's like, I think it's about 9:45. It's going to take us about 45 minutes to walk down to, okay, 36 minutes to walk down to where I'd seen online for breakfast. So hopefully we can get in there, because that would be good. We're not going to that kind community that everyone goes to, because that's all like vegan and stuff.
Is that the one with the pink wall?
That's the one with the pink wall that says like, I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, that's all like vegan and stuff. Like, it probably is really, really nice, but it's quite far, so it takes a while to get there. So we're going to this other place that I found in this article that said like best cafes or something. So hopefully we can get in there, and then we're just gonna have a wander around and get a last few bits. I don't know if we're gonna have time to go to the beach or anything. Well, not go to the beach, but like see the beach, not hang out at the beach. But yeah, that is our plan for the morning before we have to leave for the airport.
Yeah. Luckily the airport's not that far away.
Yeah, the airport's like probably about half an hour, so it's not too far. Which is good, good.
Look at Robyn's breakfast. Some sort of pink foamy thing. Pancakes. Getting it for the gram. Eggs Benedict, baby.
It's now about 3:10, I think, and we're back at the hotel. We've had a little cold drink. We spent all morning wandering around the shops. Luke's bought quite a few more t-shirts, and we just wandered around, checked if there's any last minute things. We didn't manage to get any postcards, and I didn't manage to get a little beach bag that I wanted, but there wasn't enough options really for either of them, so I didn't manage to get those. But we had a nice, lovely breakfast at Sea Circus, and then a nice little wander around the shops. And it's now time to go home, so we're getting a Bluebird to the airport, and then see what the airport has to. They have got a hard rock cafe at the airport, so we might see what that's like and see how long we've got enough time to even get a little drink in there. But yeah, we're ready to go.